Hey SPCs, you're probably always like, Lydia, every time you on Vlogmas, you got a bonnet on. I'm trying to be a little different. This is how my hair is looking underneath that bonnet. I parted it like so. So in the morning when I take it out, my hair can look cute. Now that you seen what's underneath my bonnet, I'm putting my bonnet on. You get what I'm saying? Y'all already know I got hair. I ain't got to prove no point. I ain't bald headed. And if you all bald headed, you cute and bald headed. How about that? How about that? So, you clicked on, so just like the title says, story time on how my car went through my parents' house. If you hear noises, it's just my ceiling fan, y'all. So, let's begin. So, it was on, I don't even remember what day it was. I'm gonna say it was a Friday night, and anybody who knows my situation, so quick run through. My grandmother passed away. Before she passed away, she gave me her car. Her car was a fixer-upper, but it was not supposed to be a fixer-upper. That's a different story time. If y'all want to know the tea on that, let me know. Drop it in the comments and I'll tell y'all the tea on that mess. But so my grandmother's car was a fixer-upper, and basically I've been putting money into this car. The people told me it cost $5 grand to fix an entire car. So during this time period, I wasn't a teacher. You know, I worked in retail. I was elevating up in my retail job, but I wasn't making enough to where I can just be like, here's $5 grand, fix the entire car. So I was taking portions out of my paychecks, portions out of my school disbursement because I was in college. Now looking back on this moment, my parents told me to stop putting all this money into this car, use the car as a trade-in, and then the money that I'm getting from my school, I can add it on to the trade-in amount, so I wouldn't have to be, you know, putting all this money into this car. But I say, you know, it's my grandmother's car, I want to keep the car. Like, my grandmother's dead. Not saying that I didn't have memories in my mind or, you know, moments that brought me back to her, but like it was like one of those, like, she's dead, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is something of hers, this is something that she drove in, like, I want to keep it. So honestly, y'all, I remember this day like it was yesterday. I be telling people, like, y'all don't be understanding that sometimes God really be moving. So that's why I always motivate y'all to, like, just listen to God and the things and stuff. Like, he legit protected me. So I woke up that morning, I was late to work, and I worked the all-day shift. I worked from, like, shoot, it was, I want to say, like, maybe 9 in the morning, and you know what, I'm capping. I didn't work an all-day shift that day. I only worked 8 hours that day. It was, like, 9 to 5. And on the way coming, so I woke up, I didn't eat breakfast. I'm not really a breakfast eater anyway. I woke up, didn't eat breakfast. During lunchtime, I didn't eat nothing during lunchtime. On my break, my body was just so worn out and tired. I was like, I'm gonna take a nap. But I was hungry, but I was like, when I get off work, I'll just eat then. I wanna take a nap now. So I took a nap on my break. All right, got off work. In my mind the entire time, in my mind, y'all, I was like, I'm gonna stop at Chick-fil-A. Anybody who knows me, I am a Chick-fil-A lover. In my mind, I said to myself, I'm gonna stop at Chick-fil-A. Now, I ain't gonna say where I stay, but where I'm leaving my job, there's a Chick-fil-A. That's all that needs to be said. And I passed the Chick-fil-A, and it didn't dawn on me till, like, I got, like, maybe a minute from my house, like a legit minute. And I was like, man, I'm not turning back around to get Chick-fil-A. Now, mind you, my car has jumped on its own before, but it never jumped on its own to where, like, life or death. It was like a quick jump, and then the car, like, caught itself and it didn't jump. So I was like, man, I'm not gonna go back to Chick-fil-A. Like, it is what it is. I'll just eat something when I get at home. I get home, and my little brother, well, he's not little, but he's younger than me, so he's my little brother. My little brother, during that time, he was in high school, and he was like, I want to go to this concert at my old high school that he currently goes to. So I was, like, not really feeling it, but, you know, I remember them times when I was in school and I really wanted to go to things, and my people was like, hey, you get what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take you. So the reason why I'm giving y'all the storyline, because this mess is so important. Now, mind you, the day before, which was yesterday, the day before the accident, my car was completely fine. I got dressed, I got cute, all that. I'm gonna insert the clip.
So as you can see, I am cute. I had to mute it for copyright purposes. But as you can see, and then eventually me and my sister are in the car lip singing. If you can tell what song I'm lip singing, drop it in the comments. But as you can see, I don't think nothing's gonna happen to me in this car. But yeah, back to the video.
Okay, so I got dressed and I got cute and all that. And I didn't think nothing was wrong with the car. Like, me and my sister was riding in the car like it wasn't nothing, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't really thinking in the back of my head like this what happened to me today. So mind you, I haven't eaten nothing all day long. I got home, still haven't ate. Like, God was really preparing me. Like, he was really telling me, like, you need to fast today. Like, basically that's what I was doing. I was fasting because I didn't eat all day. It wasn't because I was depressed. My grandma was, because my grandma didn't even, was she dead then? Yes, she was. But you know what? I was like eating after she passed, but I really wasn't eating much. But I tried to like eat once a day. But that day I didn't eat at all. So I was like trying to eat something. And now back to my brother. So yeah, so he wanted to do that. So we took him. I took him, and the concert ended late. Of course, anybody who's been to high school and concerts and stuff, they end late. So I got home. Now this is where it happens. I got home, and as I am, so this is like legit the driveway, right? So I'm turning in the driveway and I creep right here, like in the part, you know, when you have to go up the incline a little bit, and my gas wouldn't gas. Not saying I gas every time I pull in, but like the car was moving like nothing. And I kept hitting the gas, and I heard like the accelerating sound like not me making sound effects, but I heard the acceleration sound, but nothing happened. So then I started hitting the brakes. The brakes weren't working. So in the back of my head, I'm like, Lydia, just turn off the car before anything happens, anything goes down. Turn off the car. Legit, y'all, legit. I blinked like when I'm blink, and my car just said, and it shot up. It shot up. The garage was up, so my car shot up. When I tell you I saw the bright light, not the light to the garage, like a clear bright light. And in the back of my head, I'm like, God, don't take me, I ain't ready. Because during that time, I wasn't really on my self-care journey of finding who I am within myself and who I am with Christ. I was a little bit out there. And I knew that. And I knew ain't nobody trying to wake up. But that's a different story. That's a different story. So the car shot up. And then my brother, I felt so bad because, you know, as the older sibling, you try to protect your siblings. And, you know, you try to be that rock when your parents aren't around and stuff like that. I legit was petrified. Like, I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, y'all. I'm like I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. I feel my brother's arm catch me. I had on my seatbelt, but the way the force had happened, like I could have almost shot through the I don't know what it's called, but y'all know like the dashboard. I guess that's what they call like the glass, basically. I almost shot through. That's how hard the impact it was. So then I snapped back and I was stuck in the car, the seatbelt. I almost said car seat. I was stuck in the seatbelt, and I got out and I was smelling gas, and I was like, get out of the car, get out of the car, get out of the car, get out of the car. My neighbors and everybody came in, they checked on me. I was boohoo crying because I was like my grandmother's car is wrecked, it's gone. And yeah, it was crazy. And the funny part is to where like our house is set up, like on the other side of the garage, like the wall itself is my parents' bathroom. So it tore up their bathroom and everything. Like they had to get a new bathroom. It was a big old hole in their bathroom wall. Like it was just crazy. So the process of like dealing with that, it was so traumatizing. Like I really have PTSD from this accident, y'all, like no cap. Like I was scared to like be in a car. Like it wasn't even the fact driving like was crazy for me. Like my heart would beat out my chest and everything, but it was the fact of me just sitting in a car. I couldn't sit in the car. And it was crazy because I had to call out for work because I really had PTSD over the stuff. Like, I was legit crying. Like, I didn't want to ride in any car regardless if it was safe or not. Like, I was like, I can't do it, I can't do it, because I didn't feel safe. I couldn't trust cars anymore. So like, I took my car back to the place that was working on it, and basically the dude, he like, see, this is why like God be really working in your favor. Like, God said he fights seen and unseen battles. Like, basically he was saying it's my fault. He was like, well, we told you your car needed work done to it. And I was like, sir, I asked you several times, is my car drivable? You told me yes. Who would drive in a car after the people say you can't drive in that car because it's not safe and you could possibly die? I'm just one of them people. I'm not going to take that risk. That's just me. I asked him several times. He said, well, I told you that your car needed work on it. And I was like, okay, I understand that. But you told me this car was drivable. So he had an attitude since day one with me. And I ain't even gonna disclose the place or where I went to, but service was trash, you know, trash. So eventually, like, I got tired of going back and forth with them over it. I spoke to my mom, and my mom emailed the CEO of the company, and the CEO legit sat down with us. So the dude, so after I brought the car in, now, mind you, when I brought the car in after the accident, I didn't tell these people to touch this car at all. I just brought it in and I told them what happened to it, and I told them to look at it, but to see what the cause was. Why was my brakes not working? Why was the acceleration not working in the car? Because I never had this issue. So, y'all, no cap. These people fix the entire car. Ain't nobody telling them to do it. So you telling me it's my fault, but you fixed the entire car. Then they want the money from, I said, I didn't tell y'all to fix nothing. I said, look at it. I would have paid for the diagnostic if you were to look at the car. I didn't tell you to fix nothing, so I want my money back from you putting in that car. I want my money back. All the money that led up to that moment of getting this car fixed, I want it back. That's my mindset. Like, because the work that you did on it apparently wasn't good enough work for this to happen. So the dude just, like I said, the dude had a straight attitude for no point of reason. So the CEO sat down with us, and like I had to sign like some paperwork to say I wouldn't sue them for giving me false information about my vehicle and stuff like that. And then I brought up like the situation about like I have PTSD. Like, this could have been a case that could have been in the court, but I was like, I'm over it. I just want the car. And then so the guy was like, well, we put all this work, and I said, but I didn't tell y'all to fix my car. I told you to look at it, and you put all that labor and work into that car, and ain't nobody tell you to do that. So then the CEO looked at him and told him, you fixed her car without her permission? She didn't sign nothing, da, da, da. And he was like, well, and basically the CEO was like, shut up. Like, your boss just basically told you to shut up. Because he knew he was in the wrong. Because the general manager of that place, he had, I don't know what his deal was, but he had an attitude since get-go. Now, you can ask me, well, why did you stay? Because the person that I was talking to that wasn't him was okay. But I don't know what his deal was. So, basically, the CEO was like, you worked on her car without her permission. Like, do you not understand how much trouble that can cause? And so that was a whole thing. So that's why I had to sign paperwork and all this stuff. And then on top of that, so I was like, well, at this point, I don't want the car anymore. Can I trade it in? Y'all, they said the trade-in value for that car was, what they told me? $50. $50. It was a 2008 Mazda Protege. And what's it, a 2008? Y'all, I got a picture on my wall. It was a 2003 Mazda Protege, and he said the trade-in value for that is only $50, but you fixed the entire car. But in my back of my head, I'm like, they just want their money back. So I decided not to go through them to trade in my car. I went through a family friend because my parents have Cadillacs, so I went through her. She got me a nice, reliable car. Not the car that I'm in currently, y'all. That's a different story time. But yeah, so like that was just the most craziest experience I ever went through. Like, my parents, like, the car shot through my parents' house. Like, low-key, I still have PTSD, but it's not to the point, like, when I'm in a car, I'm crying. I'm acting like But like my nerves are bad. Like when cars be like, when I feel like a car is mad close to me, like my heart be beat. I be having anxiety, y'all. So that's something I need to work on and pray about. But yeah, that is the story time of how my car went through my parents' house. It was crazy. But anyways, love you SBCs. Thank you for listening to my story time. Thank you for tuning in to Vlogmas Day 7. We got more bangers coming your way. We, like, it's multiple people. Me, I got bangers coming your way. And that's pretty much it. I would insert like me in the neck brace and then how the house looked after the accident. I'm gonna insert it in at the end of this video. But thank you guys so much for tuning in to Vlogmas Day 7. I love you guys and see you soon.